Good morning, everyone. Chris Berryman here, coalition builder and founder of Bringing Humanity Together. Listen, I want to speak to you today about the future of humanity. I was just recently on LinkedIn just this morning and I saw a great post that Kevin Miller posted, and it was truly inspiring to me. And I just could not say no to it. I had to take a look at it. And it really resonated with me. And the link to that post will be actually in this video shortly. But, ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak to you, like I said, again about the future of humanity. Where does humanity go from here? How does humanity grow and thrive? How does humanity become the next renaissance of humanity that we need now more than ever before in human history? And, ladies and gentlemen, I know we've had a rough 2020. 2021 is a brand new year. I truly believe, ladies and gentlemen, 2021 is going to be the year of humanity. And the next rise and renaissance of humanity will be in this year. But why do we always look onto the negative side of things when it comes to humanity? Do we embrace that negativity and say that it's a natural balance to everything that we do each and every single day? That without the good, there is no evil, and without evil, there is no good. Or in context, when it comes to business, without success, there's no failure. Without failure, there's no success because they're interconnected. For me, I see the true path and the future of humanity being rooted in our very humanity. Because without our humanity, ladies and gentlemen, not only does not business does not work and grow and thrive, communities don't grow and thrive as well. And then when that doesn't happen, our society does not grow and thrive as well. Everything's interconnected to each other because without people, there's no business. And without business, there's no people. And without people having a business and a place to go to be able to create an impact not only in their own lives but in the lives of others, then part of that dynamic falls, because then what does the community have to offer to really truly grow and impact the community, make the community grow and thrive? Because then, like I said, once the community falls, I think the next step will be, of course, naturally, society will fall. And to me, that's not a future that not only I don't choose to live in, but I don't want to choose that kind of vision for humanity or humanity as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to go down that dark path of forever dominate not only my destiny, but the destiny of others. For far too long, I've been working for others and helping others get them to where they need to go and where they get all the rewards and all the glory and all the recognition and all the accolades and everything like that. But we need to change that focus and flip the script to such an extent that the leaders that we need now more than ever before in human history are staring us right in the very face each and every single day when we look ourselves in the mirror. We are those very leaders. We can be those people that can truly do the simplest things that we do each and every single day to help humanity rise and grow and have the greatest impacts, like I said, through the smallest things that we do. So the future for me is going to be very bright, regardless of what comes my way or what comes in my community's way or into my business's way. I'm always going to keep moving forward, no matter how hard life hits me. Because it's not about how hard you get hit; it's how about how much you get hit and get up and keep moving forward, and how much are you willing to take that step and say, I'm going to open up the door when that opportunity knocks at my door, that let hope and faith in to create a much larger world, not only for myself, but a much larger world for others. And for me, the future was somewhat dark and gloomy when I was starting out in my career. But I had an epiphany moment, ladies and gentlemen, that happened to me 3 times. First, it was about 15 years ago. I was sitting on my couch and I was asking myself, how do I not start working for others in not only the very mindset that has been given to me, but also change that around to where I'll be working with others and really help others rise as I can rise with them to get them to where they need to go, which by natural default will also help me get to where I need to go, which by very definition, it will help everyone in every organization, every community, every section of society to get to where they also need to go to as well in their own regards and what they are mission driven to do, passion driven to do, purpose driven to do, or even it's their calling to do. So my next epiphany moment for me is when I was a corporate recruiter for a solar company here in Lakeland. And then when I saw the opportunity to really impact people's lives, like I said, through the very smallest things that I do, I was asking questions like these to the applicants and candidates. I was like, do you want to be a part of something bigger than of yourself? Do you want to leave a living and lasting impact through the very things that you do each and every single day in every way? Do you want to help other people rise and get them to where they need to go and become that servant leader that you are not only can becoming into, but also turn those very people into those very servant leaders too as well? It's about duplication and replication. And then the third epiphany moment for me, ladies and gentlemen, is when my wife keeps constantly telling me each and every single day that she hates going to work. She doesn't feel like she's a part of something bigger than of herself at work. She doesn't feel like that she's being recognized for all the great things that she does. And she just is really not only demoralized, but her health is in question because of the very things that's either been said to her or things that have not been done for her to really support her in the way that needs to be done. So that's when I got me to thinking, ladies and gentlemen, what if the best investment is the human investment? One not rooted in money, but I truly believe, ladies and gentlemen, the next currency of humanity is not going to be based in money. It's going to be based in value. The very value that we give to people each and every single day, unconditionally, free willing, open hearted, open minded, and really, like I said, truly being those people that we need to be right now more than ever before in human history and become those very leaders, that's going to change the dynamic of humanity, I believe, for not only generations, probably maybe forever. I know, like I said, I was in a dark time when I was younger. I did not know where I needed to go. Back then, I didn't have the social media impact as we do today to be able to reach out to people and say, hey, I have a new vision for humanity that's going to get back to our simple basics. Because if we can really truly bring humanity together and truly bring humanity into business and beyond, wouldn't that be a great thing that we can all be united and take that stand for humanity and say, hey, I'm going to do what needs to be done because, see, I know if I do what is right and not what is easy, I have nothing to apologize for. And I don't always have to contradict myself each and every single day. I've seen a lot of things in my time of working for others for over 35 years. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, and I've seen the ugly. But more importantly, I've seen the ugly and bad more than I have of the good. And I'm on my mission, passion, and purpose. And it's truly my calling to truly bring humanity together and to truly bring humanity into business and beyond. because we need that now more than ever before in human history. We need to do this. Yeah, granted, there's going to be some naysayers out there that's going to say it's not going to work. Humanity's already there. Leadership is already there. But what if we didn't need leadership in the way that we've been taught for probably generations and generations, that it's actually management that's been taught to us to manage people and conform people to the way we want them to do things, when it should be actually in the other dynamic that really truly uplifts humanity now more than ever before. Because when you collaborate and engage with people on that deep, meaningful human level, what if that's the path that will truly uplift humanity and change your destiny forever? What would that be if you can sit down at the table of humanity and you can ask your coworkers and the people that's around you in your very community, how can I help and serve you? And embrace the mission statement that I go by, which is the mission statement of the company that I founded, which is, if I help you, you help me, then we help we. Isn't that so simple? That's what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get back to simple basics to change the future of humanity as we see it right now. Because I know there's different cultures, there's different ways of thought, different mindsets. But isn't that the nature of humanity in and of itself? Isn't that when we have that very cauldron of humanity, that when we mix everybody up together and we sit at that table to eat together, and we eat, like I said, from that cauldron and or that buffet or whatever you want to call it, when we sit down and break bread together, isn't having that different point of view going to give us another perspective in how we not only need to lead our lives, but also understand the lives of others? Because nothing is black and white. There's always a gray area. If everything was just black and white, do you think we'll be the very people that we are today? Or will we actually turn into the very robots that people are wanting us to become each and every single day? And that's not a future that I want to be in a part of, because I've seen it. Like I said, I've lived it for 35 years. There is a new path for humanity. There's a new way for humanity. To me, sometimes it's not the new way that you envision it. It's maybe going back to simple basics and doing what is right, not what isn't. And asking just without condition and just giving of oneself every day in every way. To me, ladies and gentlemen, that is the greatest gift that we can give to everybody on this earth. It's willingness to give to others freely and unconditionally. Because I believe the rewards far outweigh the instant gratification that's been ingrained in our mindset probably for generations. And I know when I'm building with a great many other people here, not only on platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook and other places, and I've actually had many one-on-one calls with these people and created those deep, meaningful relationships that spans throughout space and time. Those are the things that's going to really be the future of humanity. Like I said, when we truly unite and become of one voice, one vision, one mission that can change the destiny of humanity as we know it and see it. Like I said, I'm not going to get into the negativity. I'm not going to become the very monster that I swore that I would destroy. Because that's what happens sometimes when you get into leadership positions. You think you're going to do well, and you've been granted this position and everything, and you're going to do great things, but you end up becoming the very monster you said you would never become. Because when you have power, It's like that old adage says, absolute power corrupts absolute. And there will be no amount of money, no amount of recognition that will be given to me that will change my mind in doing what is right and not what is easy and become that very monster. I won't be bought off. I won't be subjected to say, hey, this is what you have to say. This is what you have to do. This is what I'm going to tell you you're going to jump, and this is how high you're going to do it. That's no way to lead. I've always told people, ladies and gentlemen, the best way to lead to lead humanity is to lead with your humanity. Be understanding, be thoughtful, be courageous, have courage, have ethics. And more importantly, if anything else, you got to have your character, because if you can't stand by your character and principles of who you are, then what do you have? Does your word matter? It does to me. Should it matter to everyone else? It should. But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes people don't do that. And think of this. The future that we want to have for others, and not only for ourselves. If we decide to go down that easy path that will forever dominate our destiny, do we by some chance actually tell people to do what is easy to as well? Is it that much easier to get people to do what is wrong than what is right? Because they think it's okay to do that. But that's why we need to lift our voices up now more than ever before in human history and say, this is wrong. This is not the way to lead people. This is not the way to do things. Because if it's not the moral and ethical and right thing to do, you got to call it out each and every single day. And ladies and gentlemen, I just can't for the life of me think as to why people like to control people to such an extent that they think that's a great thing to have, not only in a business model dynamic, but in life itself. And that's not no way to not only freedom of thought and freedom of being free and freedom to have creativity in what you know this is what you're calling to do, and someone tells you you can't do that. That's no way to live. That's no, like, again, that's no future I want to be a part of. But what if we can change that right here and right now by doing what is right and not what is evil, and not giving in to those temptations that will take us down that dark path that will forever not only change our lives forever, but maybe change other people's lives forever in a very negative way. I don't choose to go down that path, because the more that we choose to do the things that's not in the right and best interest of not only myself but of others, then what do we have to give to humanity? What do we give to ourselves? But like I said, that's not, like I said, the future for humanity is so much brighter that I see right now more than ever before in human history. Because even before this coronavirus hit us back in 2020, and it's still with us today, I knew that there was a better path for humanity. There was a better way to bring humanity together and to truly bring humanity into business and beyond. I saw that. I knew it. And I felt it. And if you don't think that there's a living force that interconnects us all, there is. I believe in it. Because the one thing that unites us all, ladies and gentlemen, is our very humanity. And without our very humanity, then what do we become? Do we become the oppressors, not only in business, but also in life? Do we become the people that manage others, not only in business, but also in life? Do we become those people that you don't want to be, but you have to conform to be because they might take away your title, might take away your position, might take away what you work for? And I don't want that future for not only myself, but I don't want that for anybody. It's like I said, I think the greatest quote ever, and it came from a Star Wars movie. It's truly true today more than ever before. Is we need to let go what we fear to lose. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't fear nothing. I know I am not going to give in to the anger, fear, and hate and suffering that has been going on, not only in business, mind you, but more importantly in life itself. Because that will make me lead down a dark path. And it's not going to dominate my destiny. It won't. So I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what future for humanity do you see yourself in right here and right now? What are you willing to do to change and shape the future for humanity for the better? Are you willing to go all in for humanity in 2021? Are you willing to do what is right and not what is easy? Are you willing to become a part of something bigger than yourself and let go of what you fear to lose? And if you are, I would love to have a great and engaging conversation with you and how we can truly bring humanity together and to truly bring humanity into business and beyond. Because, ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, you see it or not, you realize it or not, humanity is going to be knocking on the door of history this year. And when we knock on that door and we step through it, humanity will be forever changed for the better, and I know it. With hope and faith, not only as my guide, but by our side, we can do anything. Not only do we set our minds to, but what we can do together when we're united as one human race. And we're shrouded by the blanket of humanity. So ask yourself, do you want to live in a better future? I do. You want to have a better working environment at work? I do. But see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not work if it's your passion, mission, and purpose to do, and it's your calling. I think that dynamic's been far outdated. We need to change that dynamic that when you go to work, it's not work. Because if we understand other people's passion, missions, and purpose, and we are in great organizations or new opportunities for bringing a new organization onto itself, like I'm doing now, we need to embrace those people from, like I said, not only their different points of view, but what do they bring to the table of humanity? What makes them so passionate about what they do? What are the hidden gifts that is actually inside themselves that they may end up turning around in return, finding maybe the hidden gifts that are inside of you? Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, everything's interconnected. You can't have one without the other. And I know this. So ask yourself some of these questions. And I would love to invite you to the two great communities that I've built here with a great number of people on LinkedIn and on Facebook and many others, that we are going to be those leaders that humanity needs now more than ever before in human history. Because there's so much potential when we truly work together and have a common vision, common goal, common purpose, and I even dare say even a common call. And we need to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Life is too precious to let it be thrown all away. Because you have to raise up your voice. You have to be heard. You have to say, hey, I am willing to do what it takes to lift humanity up. Because once you lift humanity up, you will be lifted up. And once that is done, like I said, everything has a natural due course and everything else. It's almost like Field of Dreams, ladies and gentlemen. If you build it, they will come. And that's what I know, what I'm building here with a great many people. That's what we're doing. We're building that Field of Dreams for humanity. And if you're willing to take that step and answer that call that's knocking at your door, not only am I willing to open that door with you, there's a great number of many people throughout the world who's willing to answer that door with you as well. So please reach out to me. My LinkedIn profile will also be in this post or in this video, depending if you see it on YouTube or on LinkedIn or on my LinkedIn article. Let's have a great and engaging conversation. And maybe, just maybe, when we combine our passions, our purpose, and our missions, and our callings, the very fabric of humanity will become stronger because of it. So let's have that great and engaging conversation to change the future of humanity, not as other people see it, but as we see it from our own individual points of view. Because, yeah, we might have a different way of looking at things, but everything intersects and interconnects to each other. That's the power of humanity. Because once you have the power of positivity and the power of possibility that turns into opportunity, there's nothing that can stand not only in my way, but can stand in our way. So thank you for your time today on this great and super Sunday. Make it your day. And as always, remember, if I help you, you help me, then we help we. Have a great day. Make it your day. Thank you, and bye-bye.